Otaku Octagon. We are so back. We're so back, baby. As you can tell, we in the new spot. I said it last time. I know it's been a little while. It's been a little while for those of y'all who've been following. I see we got some followers too in this since we've been gone. I think, hey, maybe y'all don't like me no more, but that's cool. That's cool. We got some followers after I left. No big deal. But we in the new spot. Got everything hooked up. Some more stuff's gonna be coming and stuff like that. So don't worry about it. But we're gonna attack it today. We're just gonna have a quick little breezy, hop through our news like we usually do a little review. I got kind of a little recce for you today, a little recommendation. But be sure, because we're so back, give us that we're so back, like, subscribe, leave a comment, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. And we're going to be consistent now. We're being consistent. I know some people have been like, I'm seeing you posting a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, hey, relax, no autographs, please. We'll hop into that news real fast. We love you guys. Let's hop right into it. So I know I missed a lot of news. I didn't do like two pages full of news, but I did just from the past couple weeks. So because people, I know somebody's gonna be like, well, you didn't talk about it. The news you missed a month ago. My bad. I don't care anymore. It's probably already over. Anyways, so a new Pokemon game called Winds and Waves is announced for the Switch 2 in 2027. So they are dropping a new Pokemon game. For those of you who are big Pokemon fans, David, I know you love playing Pokemon with the kids. Switch 2, however, I wish they would have made it for the Switch 1 as well, because it's the same thing, and I'm not buying a Switch 2. No, I got a Switch right there. I ain't buying a Switch 2. It's not happening. It's the same console. Just like I still got a Xbox One, a regular Xbox One S. So
I don't know. I'm sure they're probably going to put it on the Switch One as well, because not a lot of people switched over. Not a lot of people switched over. And
they lost money.
Pokemon ZA literally is on Switch One, and
Yeah.
they did the whole Pokemon Day where they re-released Fire Red and Leaf Green for Switch One and the Switch Two. So if they're smart, they better put it on the Switch One too.
Because they lost money on the big Switch. Well, no pun intended. So a while ago, I talked about how Netflix was trying to buy out Warner Brothers, right? And how we talked about how they would buy Cartoon Network, DC, Netflix would own all of them. Unfortunately for Netflix, Warner Brothers was the bid was outbid at the last second by Paramount. So Paramount outbid them at the last second, which actually works out really, really well for HBO, because HBO now owns Paramount, right? Or Paramount owns HBO, so other way. But on HBO already has all the DC stuff. Like that's literally DC Capital is HBO. So it has all the DC stuff, the old Cartoon Network shows, like everything like that. So right at the last second, Netflix had to bow out because Paramount said, hey, big homie, you ain't finna do this. So something I wanted to look into was I thought Netflix would have had more money than Paramount, but apparently Paramount has actually been around a lot longer than Netflix. Which, if you think about it, it makes sense because we've seen the Paramount tags in front of videos for a long, long time. But for some reason, in my mind, I thought that Netflix had been around longer and just had more money because Netflix has like done a lot more than Paramount has in the recents. But like Paramount's been running vids since like 90s. You know what I'm saying? So, and Netflix just became a popular thing in the early 2000s. So Netflix was outbid. Warner Brothers is staying with Paramount. So DC ain't going to come off of HBO. So y'all ain't got to worry about it. So it's going to stay there for our big DC fans up and coming. Something I'm confused about coming up next is Gundam came out with a second Hathaway film. If y'all remember my review on Gundam Hathaway, the movie that came out about a year and some change ago, it was a terrible movie. I did not like the Gundam Hathaway movie. It was horrible. Personally, IMO, right? In my opinion. But in Japan, after 29 days, it topped at the #1 in box office. Their second film did. So we should be getting the Hathaway Part 2 coming out, coming up, pretty soon to maybe Crunchyroll or to, wherever you sail the high seas. So be on the lookout for that, big Gundam fans. I might end up having to watch the first one again because it was so unforgettable or so forgettable. Watch the first one and then roll right into the second one to see if it wraps up what happened in the first one. So we'll see what happens.
Is that the same Erder Hunt movie?
No.
Okay, so that's completely separate. No.
Completely
did
separate.
you ever tell me, did you enjoy the Erder Hunt?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Okay.
We talked about it on stream. Okay, on the video. Yeah, we did a review on that one. It was pretty good. I liked it because it was showing that XR8 was the bad guy in this one. Okay. So like how the Gundam frame was the bad guy this time, and like the Rebellion was the good guys in this one. One Piece Elbaf arc is confirmed for April 5th. So big ups to OPs, right? It's confirmed for April 5th. Mushoku Tensei Season 3 is airing in July, and it will be set in 2 parts. Again, we're doing another Part 2, Section 8, Article 5 of whatever show it is, Money Grabs. But it's going to be 2 parts. First part is airing in July. All right. DC X Sonic. So a while ago, DC and Sonic did a collab where your Sonic characters became your favorite DC characters, and they kind of did like a one-shot little comic thing like a while ago. Well, they are coming back for another epic limited comic run where DC and Sonic characters are going to be playing some of your favorite DC characters in like a specific comic. So be sure to check it out. It says dropping in the next month or so. I didn't get a specific date on when it was coming out. So if you're a big Sonic and DC fan, be sure to be on the lookout for that one. I'll just Google, Sonic or DC X Sonic, and you'll see that one coming out. I know my son's a big Sonic fan. He's not really a big DC fan, so I might get him that comic and see if he likes it or not. Shigoku-kan, I believe I'm saying that right, is under fire for hiring a mangaka who essayed in the worst possible way a 15-year-old girl. Following that, Shigoku-kan is a very big publisher of mangakas. They're very big. They're like a listing agency for them. Following that, the writer and creator of Frieren has pulled all content from their storehouses. So good for them, right? Yep, claps up. So for the writer of Frieren said, nope, they pulled all their content from the Shigoku-kan libraries and labs. Losing money on it because they are not going to be associated with a man like that. Now, there was no news that he got fired, which I think is the problem and why people are pulling things from their shelves. So they're about to lose a lot of money if they don't put that under wraps. Some Avatar: The Last Airbender news, something that now people probably saw coming. Jet, if we remember Jet from Avatar: The Last Airbender, he was the kids in the woods, kind of like the Lost Boys, where Katara learned her blood bending and everything like that. Jet from the Avatar: The Last Airbender, he's getting his own graphic novel. It's called Jet, Rebels, and Rhinos. So essentially, it's going to be about Jet and the gang when they're younger. So before they meet Aang and meet Katara and all them, they're going to be younger with his boys, and they're going to be, getting into the weeds and everything like that. So big ups to Avatar: The Last Airbender on that one. Spider-Punk and Spider-Gwen are getting their own spinoff, and that's in the works. So R.I.P. Miles Morales. Because they're gonna be kissing. I'm sorry, it's gonna happen.
Oh no, because you could tell there was some. That, though.
You could see, what was it? The last Into the Spider-Verse that came out, they had chemistry. There was chemistry. Spider-Punk and Gwen, yeah, chemistry.
But no, after that Spider-Verse, like they announced that we're gonna have a whole Spider-Verse, like what do they call it? What Marvel's did
spinoffs.
Yeah, the spinoff, but like a universe. The cinematic universe? They're going to have a whole cinematic universe of all the different Spider-Man. They've already announced the Spider Noir. I'm terrible with actors' names. So
that's what I thought to get. Nicolas Cage.
So that was
the next part of my news. Yeah, yeah. Which segueing into that, Spider-Man Noir is coming out soon with Nicolas Cage playing him live action Spider-Man Noir. It's gonna be fantastic. I mean, Nick Cage, he already played Superman once, so I think he can play Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? So, remember that little short from Flashpoint Paradox?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Ed, and Eddie is apparently getting rebooted. How do you feel about that? Yeah, it wasn't really one of my favorite Cartoon Network shows.
I liked Ed, and Eddie. No, I really messed with Ed, and Eddie when I was a kid. I just don't know. Yeah. I feel the same way you felt when you heard that a Scary Movie was coming back. The times back then when Ed, and Eddie was popping, different. Early 2000 is different. Yeah. And I don't know if they can still have that same level of edgy, or they're going to water it down. But good news, they're not watering down Scary Movie at all. They're not watering down that shit.
We're going to come in and do some half gay stuff. And he's like, why is it got to be half gay? I was like, yep, I'm good. Okay, good. We're good. We're good. Yeah. We're straight. We're good. The world is spinning once again. The world is spinning once again. Um, so Star Wars show Maul, Shadow Lord is releasing on April 6th on Disney Plus. So before, when I talked about Star Wars show coming out for Darth Maul, we didn't have a release date, but it is coming back within the next month. So be on the lookout for that one. Apparently, he's going to be. This isn't really part of the news, but from what I've seen, it's directly after Savage Opress's when he got killed. So Maul's brother from the show, if y'all don't remember, and he's going to be really torn up about it and like that he failed him, and he's going to see Jedi in a different way, and it's going to be a whole like kind of different spin on Maul. So we'll see. But as we all know from what we've seen in the not Obi-Wan Kenobi. What was that show? I completely forgot what the show was. I don't know. But we end up seeing Maul get killed finally, and I believe it was the end of the Clone Wars show, or is it Star Wars Rebels? I can't remember.
I think it was Rebels actually.
Yeah, was it Rebels? But Obi-Wan killed Maul finally in one of those animated shows. I can't remember which one it was. But this is going to be between that and at the end of Clone Wars.
Or Bad Batch. It could have been Bad Batch because Obi-Wan wasn't in Rebels. So it's possible it was Bad Batch. Did you watch Bad Batch?
I did. It wasn't Bad Batch because Obi-Wan wasn't in that either. It might have been because Obi-Wan only fought Darth Vader in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show because that was live action. And then it might have been at the end of Clone Wars. It might have been like, when they came out with all those seasons and then it took them forever to come out with like season 7.
Oh, yeah, the final season?
Yeah, it might have been at the end of that. I'm not exactly sure. But anyways, something that is kind of controversial in my opinion here, not because I don't want it to come back, because I do, but I don't know how they would do it. Zack Snyder has said that they are in talks. They have and are in talks about continuing the Justice League series, starting off with 2 and 3. So if y'all don't know, Zack Snyder is the one who created the Snyderverse with like Henry Cavill Superman, Ben Affleck Batman, I forgot what, Ezra Miller, Flash, like all of them, and they were the Justice League, and Gal Gadot, and they are in talks and have been in talks about doing 2 and 3. But from what I hear, I think that's going to be a lot of puzzle pieces. Not from what I hear, from what I know, that's going to be a lot of puzzle pieces that have to line up extra perfectly for that to happen. Because number one, Henry Cavill is only he's literally which part of my news here, which I'll just get to anyways. He's in the process of buying the Witcher rights, like the entire rights to the Witcher, which you should, Daddy, with all that money you got. He's also still filming his Warhammer show that he's going to be starring in. And he's also said he's never coming back to Superman after what's his name took over on Superman. I forgot what his name is, but I can't believe I forgot what his name is. The dude that took over DC and created the new Superman that we have. Like he said, he's never coming back as Superman. So I'm confused on how all that's going to work. And then Ezra Miller said he doesn't want to come back as the Flash. So plus all the drug stuff that he got going.
We don't want him to return back as the Flash.
I'm okay with that. I'm just saying, if Zack Snyder is not part of the DC universe anymore. He's not. So he's said he's in talks to reboot it or like to continue it, but I don't know. Like again, that's billionaire talk. I'm not in the rooms for those. So we'll see what happens. If it does happen, then it's like, wow, some shit really had to line up for that to happen. But I know Cavill is busy because I follow him on Instagram and like just see the news because I'm waiting for the next thing that he's doing to come out because I really like him as an actor. And so everything he's done has been badass, but he's trying to buy The Witcher right now, like the whole franchise. And like, which is like almost M's to almost B's in dollar amounts. And like, he's also filming Warhammer right now. So like, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that one.
Well, just
so last news.
Just tell me where I need to sign the petition to make the Barry Allen from the live action series. Yes. Where do I need to sign to make him the actor? Yeah. Because he was the best Flash I've seen in any iteration.
When they said, well, the problem is that what was it? Not Fox. Who was it? It was another company, kind of like how how X-Men. The reason why X-Men isn't on Disney Plus anymore is because X-Men and the Spider-Mans, because they're not under Disney's umbrella. They're under like Fox's umbrella or something like that, or like Sony. They're under Sony's umbrella. and so Sony has the rights to those. It's the same thing with the Flash from the live action series. Some other company is the
Warner
umbrella
Brothers.
company.
Warner Brothers, right?
Is it?
I mean, it was on CW/WB.
Yeah, but Warner Brothers owns DC. From what I remember, when Ezra Miller was cast, there was talks, and the talks were that Flash was that iteration or that series was under a different umbrella's corporation, and then this DC is under Zack Snyder's corporation and like normal DC universe, like DCU. They're not in the same. And then the other thing was their timelines wouldn't match up, so like it just didn't work out for whatever reason. But maybe in the future, because he's not playing the Flash anymore, he can re-sign on to be the Flash for next future. But Ezra Miller is still playing the Flash right now, anyways. We'll see, because they said they're recasting almost every single person for the new Superman, because they're coming out with more of the new Superman stuff. So, and we can't have two Superman, so get rid of the new one, bring Henry Cavill back. New Superman wasn't bad though. I watched it; it wasn't bad. We talked about it, but anyways. Last thing I got, Rick and Morty spinoff about President Curtis is set to happen later this year. So I put the Witcher one as the last one because that'd be a cool one to end off on. But we got to talk about Henry Cavill anyway. So, but a Rick and Morty spinoff later this year for about President Curtis. Y'all don't know, he's like the Obama. He's like a black president in like Rick and Morty, and so he's always trying to kill Rick, but Rick always ends up helping him because he can't kill Rick. And so yeah. Anyways, but yeah. So I appreciate it, y'all. Okay, so it's been a while since we talked about it, right? We haven't really done any like mid-season reviews or anything like that, obviously, because I've been moving in a new place. But let's talk. I want to hear, like, what are your thoughts on this new season so far?
This new season, honestly, I think the season's pretty good. I haven't been able to give it like my full attention as I've had in previous years, but every time I turn anything on, it's been bangers. Like what is that one new show, To Be a Hero or something like? No, not To Be a Hero.
Sentence to be a hero.
Sentence to Be a Hero. That show's fire, and it's not.
It's a movie.
And it's not. It's a movie. That's the best way I can explain it. Like
It's a movie.
it's not like action packed all the time, just amazing shonen shit. It's like a cinematic movie. Every
Yeah.
episode is just another part
Sadness,
of the
heartbreak,
movie. And it really
action.
like explores like the whole human mind, like the
Yeah.
things that he's dealing with in the past. Like you can tell that he has trauma, not just
Yeah.
from his god dying, but just trauma because of who he was. Like I
Yeah.
think the most recent episode that I saw, he was having a conversation with his little god girl, and they were
Yeah.
like, and she's like, "You're just like me. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Me or you
Yeah.
are alike." And you're so afraid because you know how you are. That's
Yeah.
affecting
So
our
I'm gonna do
relationship
the same
too.
thing. Yeah.
And I was like, I thought he just had trauma because something happened between him and the last guy. No, this dude is really dealing with
And
shit.
yeah. Sense to Be a Hero, and I was gonna get there, is like my favorite show of this entire season.
Mhm.
And you can, not even just with the main character, you get like the whole aspect of like human emotion with everybody, with the knights who are absolutely terrified, right? Like you get the knights who are like extremely terrified of, like, they're in a small cave, like in the waterways, and they hear the monsters coming, and they're literally like they're like breaking down. You can see color code black coming over their faces. And not even that, but I think one of the most dynamic characters that you want to know so much about, that has the most trauma, is that hero that's been killed the most. That's like just like a zombie.
The dude who's
because
crazy.
he's absolutely insane. Because when I don't know if this was in that same episode, but the last one that came out, he was in the tunnel and he went and saved them, because all these like all the humans were coming on the horseback, and they were all coming to get him. And he just saw them, and he walked between his like knights and the other heroes and went and like slaughtered them in the dark like Batman.
Mhm.
And he was like, heads were rolling and everything like that. And all the knights were like throwing up and shit because he slaughtered them so bad. But then after that, it captures your heart so much, because he sits in the middle of all the carnage and he just screams, because he just like, his mind is so broken, and he's been slaughtering so many people for so long that he's just a broken individual, and he just picks his head up and just screams, and they're all like they're like, he's not even
Yeah,
human.
he's no way
Like,
he's human. He's got to be a monster.
he's not even human anymore, and you're just like, holy shit. Like, yeah, every episode has action in it, but you see terror, love, fear, anger, like jealous, like you see all different types of emotions, and like every episode is cinematic, and then when it's over you're just like, like
Another one I really love, another hero, the King. I don't know his name, but I really like his
yeah,
character. Like at first
your majesty.
I was like, this is kind of kooky, kind of crazy, but
Yeah,
he demands respect and he
10
gains
toes.
respect.
10 toes.
He will die for his subjects.
Absolutely.
Anytime, no matter what, he will lead them to victory. He will die with them if that needs to happen. I really like the King's character as well.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing about it. Like,
yeah.
It's not just focused on one main character. It's everyone. It's the knights. It's the civilians who were saved, and they decided that we're willing to give our life just to help you. This mission, y'all were supposed to die during this mission, but we're going to risk our lives to make sure you are going to live, just like you risked your life to make sure that we live.
I really like the fact that our boy is like broken, but he's not. He gets pushed. Like he gets pushed to a point where he needs her. Like he needs her help. Like he doesn't want her because of obviously how he was betrayed in the past, right? How he was set up. But like our boy's killed what, like 3 demon lords so far that nobody's able to kill. And so like he's broken, but like it gets to a point where he's just like, damn, like I need help. Like I need help. Like and so I love our little cringy animes where the character's so broken he can, like, purify a whole forest, and then 2 episodes later you find out he murdered like 100,000 demon lord troops, right? Like, cool. But this dude is like, it's like work hard. It's like that old saying where it's like hard work beats talent. And then the kid asks, well, what happens when talent works hard? And it's like, you better get out of that motherfucker's way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard work and talent. And so like the whole show is like, every time I can't wait for a new episode of that show to drop. I'll probably binge it. When it finishes, I might just binge the whole thing just for a full feature length movie. Cause this was probably one of my favorite shows. And I think I told you this when you were at my house, but like probably for a long, like in the last few seasons, this is probably one of my favorite shows in all seasons and all of the seasons. It's absolutely fantastic. 100%. I did go back. So I did have to go back to watch. I don't know if it's this season, if it came back, or is it still running? No. Is Fire Force still running this
Fire
season?
Force, yeah. This is the final part this season.
So I went because Arthur's fight is coming up with Dragon. And so I did go back the other day and start kind of watching it from when Shinra like passes out and wakes up 3 months later, essentially. And so I started it from there and watched it, and I'm still locked. I mean, y'all knew from the jump, like Fire Force has been my favorite. I just been so busy with the move, I haven't really been able to like sit down, because Fire Force is something I want to sit in one spot, not have to pause and unpause and pause and unpause. Like I really want to watch it, and that's something that's really jumping off. So
one big thing for me with the show, have you been watching like the intro?
Yeah,
they've been throwing in some scenes from Soul Eater too. Fire Force is definitely heavily suggesting like, hey, this is the end. We're moving into the next generation at this point.
The last episode I watched, when Benimaru did his final move, when he ulted on his old master at the 7th pillar. So Benimaru flew out and fought his old master's doppelganger at the 7th pillar, and he did his sun wheel. Like he did his whole sun wheel, and it's like blood moon eclipse or something like that. And then at the end of that, when the explosion happens, is when the episode ends, right? When the explosion happens and everything, everybody's like, wow, Benimaru did great. And then Benimaru falls, and he's like, all right, on to the next. And then the camera goes back to the explosion, and explosion into blood red moon. And then it changes immediately into the smiling sun with the blood from Soul Eater, and then the show ends. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh shit.
They breaking you, bro.
I'm like, oh shit. Because I mean, when we talked about it, I was like, there's no way. How in the fuck?
Oh yeah, I had to tell you about that.
Yeah. I was like, how does Soul Eater even come into play? Like, this doesn't make sense. Like none, and I'm assuming this stuff's not in the manga. I need to go and look because I have them, but I'm assuming they're just doing it for like fan service to be like, hey, like, wink, wink, go watch Soul Eater after this. Like, so like every episode they're doing like the little sun with the blood face, and then the intro has like the death's mask from Soul Eater,
Mm-hmm.
like Death's mask pop up, and I'm like, I see you. Oh
No,
shit.
Sully is definitely doing his thing. Have you been watching the show? What is it? Jack of all trades, party of none.
Mhm.
I really
Yeah,
like that show, and it's been using like the same. I hear you. It uses the same trope, or it touches
it's
on
not
that
about
same
the
trope.
tropes though.
I think his character and like the way he uses magic, because he even admits to, well, everyone says it, like you're not the most powerful support. You don't have the tier 3 magic,
Yeah,
but he does have his way of doing things and
he's
his
smart.
own
Yeah.
special. Like I think that he mentioned like some people are blessed with having like their own additional skills. And his
Mhm.
additional skill is that impact thing. And even
Mhm.
with just a simple skill, he's made his magic more powerful than all. Like you saw when he took down like the black dragon of the
Mhm. That was
final
like the
level.
last episode I watched. Yeah.
So it's like I like his character because he's not just your typical overpowered protagonist. He's not the one where everyone's like, "Oh, you're going to save the day at the end of the day." He's just trying to get through himself. He's trying to prove
He's
to
like, bro.
himself and prove to
Yeah.
everybody else like I am good enough. And I'm going to prove that by one at one point he's like, I'm just going to be in a
Yeah.
party by myself. I can't trust anybody else, so I'm going to have to be the support. I'm going to have to be the attacker. I'm going to have to be everything. But he's now slowly getting
Yeah.
to the point where I can still prove who I am and prove my worth while having
Mhm.
the people around me supporting me at the same time. And I think that's
So
something great about the show.
so I love his character. I'm not fond of this show,
Mm.
if that makes sense. So like I love his character. I love what he's about. I love that like fighting the black dragon. He was cooked after that. He was like he was like, bro, like I love his skills. I love his ability to put things together. He is OP
Mm.
because he had to be that way in order to like he can use support magic and like attack magic at the same time. Like I love the idea of his character. It's just the show itself, like everything around him. I wouldn't call it boring. It's just like
Especially
like
like
at this point in shows that are kicked out of the heroes party, it would have been progressed a lot further than it is.
mm.
If that like you know what I'm saying? And so like I get it, but like you spend 4 episodes on like training kids in a dungeon, bro. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. We were building up to the dragon. You wanted to get respect from the kids and then lose the respect and build the respect back because of the
Mm.
whole kicked out of the heroes. Like, I get it. Right. But they spent like 3 or 4 episodes on that specific encounter with like going into the dungeon and stuff. Like I feel like that could have been wrapped up in like a couple
I think
episodes,
that
man.
was really important for what's to come. I'm not going to spoil you too much, but we spoil the gang over here. I'm going to spoil it regardless. He eventually joins their clan. Obvious
I
spoiler.
figured.
He
I
joins their
figured.
clan,
Yeah.
and they and won everything that he did in the dungeon, leading up to defeating the Black Dragon. All that puts him in a position where he's going to be in the clan, as well as if you like were like paying attention to like the things he were telling the students and everything, he was just teaching them simple things, which was
Hmm.
really developing his own character because he truly only does the simple things. He's not doing anything on a
Yeah.
grand scale or whatnot. He
Yeah.
harness or what's the best word
Brilliance
for
in
it?
the basics.
Exactly. He basically said, "Hey, these are the basics. I'm going to become perfect. I'm going to master the
Hmm.
basics." And using those basics, he
Yeah.
took down the Black Dragon. He's
Hmm.
the top of where he is now in the clan
Yeah.
because he's just a simple guy who's just doing things the right way. So I
Yeah.
think that was necessary as well. And
I mean,
yeah, I can also
I'm gonna
see what you
continue.
mean by the anime is not where he is. Like he's here while the anime is like around here somewhere. But
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be
Again,
one of those slow
I'm gonna
burns.
continue it. I really like him. Him me liking him more than the show makes it so that I still do want to watch the show
Hmm.
because I want to see him join the clan. I want to see him get, up there. And I do appreciate the fact that the heroes are, like most of the heroes besides that, the douche canoe with the glasses are all like, why did we fight? Like, what? There's like one girl. It's like him and one girl are like, yeah, we need to get rid of him. But then the rest of them are like, he's the only reason why we survived everything. And then the one girl with the blue hair, she just left. She was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Hmm.
Like I'm not finna die because of you. Like what the hell, So like I did appreciate that.
They,
It's a little
they
different than the other ones.
they pissed me off. The hero party, not even the hero party, the hero. So the hero is the one with like the red hair. when you start to
Yeah,
find out like
they
these
were
little
best friends.
niggas grew up together.
They were best
Their
friends,
village was destroyed. Like they witnessed their village being
and
destroyed.
he chose to be the supporter, so his best friend, could
Exactly.
be the sword.
And
Like,
there's more to come. Not going to get into that, but
yeah,
it was set up to that point where he defeated Black Dragon, where they both were fairly equal, but he was just
yeah,
better at magic than him. So he said, "Okay, you do the support thing and kind of back
yeah,
me up." And he's like, "Whatever's good for the party, bro. That's what's up."
whatever.
Just for you
Yeah,
to turn around and be like, "Nah, you ain't good enough. Your boy, your best, your
yeah.
day one."
Since
Man,
little,
fuck that dude. I really
yeah,
can't. I can't.
that was
There's
probably
no
one of the
comeback for that character for me.
that was probably one of the worst stories about an adventure, the one of the guys getting kicked out of the heroes parties I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other ones are like, oh, he joined up when we were forming a party when we were all adults, or he just came upon us like a year ago or whatever, then they kick him out. This one, it's like they were itty bitty. They
From
were
little
like what,
jits. That's
5 or 6
crazy.
years old together, like playing around with swords in the woods, and then they're just like, because I'm like, bro, because stories like that is how we get Let Me Retire, the show where it's
Mm-hmm.
like can I just retire or whatever the show's called, where like he's like the S rank, he's
Oh,
like the
let this
boss of
grieving
the
soul
clan.
retire.
Yeah, let this grieving soul retire, right? He's like the S rank boss, like the boss of the clan and the boss of the party, right? He's like the leader of both, but he's not really even that strong. But like because they were youths together, they were little kids, like they're best friends, and they never let him go. They never treated him poorly. They always show him respect. And so it's like, y'all were little kids. Bro said, hey, I want to be the sword. Are you okay with that? And he said, you're my best friend. You're
Mm.
my best friend. I love you. And whatever's best for the party, I'll do the magic instead. And then after that, they're just like, yeah, nah, we're cool. And then it was them two from, they were A1 since day ones. The other people were the ones that joined after.
Exactly.
Like, you're gonna kick me out?
Like, oh,
That's like a
your
hostile.
magic's not strong enough. We need to find a stronger support. Bruh, I'm the reason y'all got to the lower level. Did you not
If y'all
know?
weren't, like, honestly, if you weren't like the mentality of like these hero parties sometimes doesn't make sense, because like if I wasn't strong enough, how did we make it so far? Like, if I'm dragging you down, but we're the how are we number one, but I'm dragging you down?
Mm.
There's nowhere else to go. Like, but like if I was dragging you down, we'd be number two, number three. We're number one in the world for adventurers. Like, how am I dragging you down? Like, that doesn't make any
Like, well,
sense.
yeah, but if we got someone better than you, then we would be even better. No, bro, and that's something else that I remember. Like another thing that made him great as the best supporter that they can get is
Yeah,
because he's memorized, memorized like
all
their
of them. Yeah,
how do they explain it?
tactics.
That apparently not even just the tactics, each person has a
Oh,
certain
how it
level of
wears
magic
off. Yeah.
resistance. So every
Mm.
support spell he uses from your support spells will last a different amount of time as
Last
my
3 minutes,
support time.
2 minutes,
So
one
he's
minute. Yeah,
memorized every single person's magic resistance and exactly times it. So as soon as one is wearing off, he's already ready to start the next one.
on top of
So
it.
you have
He's
continuous
this man.
support.
This man is literally the chess master. He was the chess master of his entire party.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he can memorize moves before they even happened, and like he knew that they're like somebody's would drop faster. Somebody's they needed a little bit more, while they needed less, while they needed this, while they needed that. Like, he knew all of it,
Mm-hmm.
and like, I that yeah, that
Yeah,
dude
he
pissed me off.
pisses me. He pisses me off.
When I found out they were best friends, I was just like, I don't think I could ever, even if me and you formed a party together and we grew and like grew and grew, and for some reason I felt like you weren't living up, I would talk to you, but I would still never kick you out.
Yeah.
Like, we started this. We started this. Now, if you were like if this was like a business and people were like skimming shit off the top, then we got to have a conversation. But like, if you're doing the best you can, and I can see you're cooking, you're bringing the meals on the trips, you're hiking the bags on the adventures, like, who else is going to be the pack mule? Like, what? I'm not carrying my own bags. That's what they said. They was just like, well, we got to find somebody to carry our bags too. Ha ha ha. Like, what the fuck?
In
Like,
defense, maybe in their world, you can only have a certain number of party members. Like you're only allowed to have 5 party members max.
true, but I'm still not kicking my best friend
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
If we're like 20th and we're not going anywhere and I see you're not putting in effort, I'm gonna be like, we need to like train you up. We need to train or do something. But if we're number one, why would I kick you? Like the constant is that we've stayed at number one and you're in the party. If I kick you out, I'm adding an uncertain variable to our party that inevitably drop them.
Greed.
You know what I'm saying?
The answer is greed.
So like, and they didn't even pay him right in the first place. Like, your best buds,
and he knew it. He knew he wasn't getting paid right. He was like, "It's okay.
We're CEOs together, and you're not running me my check. That's crazy." But off the topic of that idiotic dude,
go ahead.
Something I'm starting to get a little disappointed in, but I really love the show because it's very entertaining. Right? It's very entertaining. I love sitting down on my couch and watching it. I got to watch it on Amazon though because it's on High Dive and not on Crunchyroll. Reincarnated as a dragon hatchling. So I'm disappointed. I'm getting to the point where I'm disappointed because at this point, Rimuru would have been a person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I saw what I'm a spider would have been a person by now. At least, like maybe learning how to be a human.
She was evolving at the cyclic rate in the beginning, like constantly.
Right? Now, however, I do really like the show. I think it's very entertaining. I think it's funny. It's like, but it's very slow. It's like it's a show about grinding. That's what it's about. Like the other shows were quick. Like you killed this berserker. It's worth like 1 million points for whatever reason. Like here's your 1 million points. You get to level up.
Oh yeah, they always get to that point.
And now it's like you get 5 points. You get 5 points. You get 5 XP. He does have that one skill where it doubles it. So like, you get 130 XP. It's because you have this skill. You get another additional 130 XP. So every episode he is evolving. Well, except for the last two. When he was a young plague dragon, it took him 2 episodes to now have where he's at right now, where he can level up. He just doesn't know what he's going to level up as yet. From the last episode I watched that came out, he's still contemplating what he wants to do because he's also trying to save old girl's life from the wolves and from the dude who's trying to steal the rock dragon egg. But regardless, but this is also a slow burn. It's kind of like, and then when they gave him the human transform skill, like, and then he transformed into this weird.
I thought that was funny. I thought that was funny.
It was funny, but he turned into this like DC villain looking, character. I'm just like, okay, but it is a very entertaining show. It's just, I'm like, wait, like, can you just become a human? Like, I'm hoping that, like, while he's saving her life or something, like, what I'm really hoping for, this is my perfect world. The next episode, when he like really is in a bind, he evolves into the next thing he needs to evolve into, and he realizes like the thing says your human skill or whatever has evolved to level 2 or level 3 or whatever. And then he's like, let me just see what I can do as a human. And he evolves into a human, like a full one. And then he beats old dude's ass. Like he beats his ass from after he turns into a human. So I really hope that's where it goes, because I'm assuming he's going to choose the light dragon or whatever, the one that like has light and shit. Well, no, he said he was going to do the humanoid one, right? He said he was going to do the humanoid one, the
first one.
He said
the first.
Yeah, the one that's looking the best. The one that's looking the best to him is the demi-human.
Yeah, the demi-human. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. And so I think he's going to transform into that, and then he's going to be able to transform into an actual human now, because he went to that form, because it's a demi-human form, and then he's going to do that either at the end of the fight or because he has to win the fight. So I hope it does that. It's very entertaining. I'm just like, can we?
I mean, I'm a isekai junkie, and I really do like the show. It is slow. It's not reincarnated as a slime. It's not reincarnated as a spider, or what was the other one? Where he was a goblin, reincarnated as a goblin or something like that. That jump kept on speed running 100 days, 200 days. Like, it was kind of too fast sometimes, but it's entertaining because he's funny. His goals are very clear and very obvious. It's just, we don't see the light because it's like very random when he gets his evolution or how many skills he's getting. And those other shows, it's usually like that one moment where he fights this huge big bad guy and it gets like 10,000 experience points, and it pushes them over the edge to where we eventually want them to be. But with this one, the system's always like, oh, I can't help you out with that. Oh, I can't read that for you. He's like, what the fuck is going on? But something that
Yeah, because
has caught
the
my
system.
attention, the system's an asshole. But something that did caught my attention is the whole, every time he like tries to identify it and he gets that little static glitch thing, and then we keep seeing like that slime thing appearing every once in a while.
I've only seen that once because I thought that slime was what was controlling
Yeah, yeah.
oh boy
Well,
that has the
it
rock
showed
dragon.
it when we found out that he
Mm,
was being controlled somehow, but it
yeah,
actually showed it a couple of episodes before because he
really.
saw
I
it
didn't
and he
notice.
tried to identify it and he like and he tried to get away from it. Yeah,
Mm,
so I want to know what's going on. Every episode, every time I see it has a new episode, I'm excited to turn it on. And then when I watch the episode and I finish it, it's like another fucking cliffhanger. I think
yeah,
that's what's keeping me
but then
going. The cliffhangers and what's going to
we
happen. What's
gotta
going to
find
happen.
out. We also gotta find out who the goddess is that's like making him choose because like every time he's evolved, he's gone to choose something, and then she's just like, no, don't do the easy way. Do the hard way.
Mm.
Do the hard way. Do the hard way. Be the strongest. Be the fastest. Be the And so he's like, what was that? And then the system's like, the system cannot identify that at this time. he's like, yo, shut up. He's like, shut up. Like, so I don't know. It's good. It's very again,
It's
it's
good.
something very when I see a new one on, I'm entertained. Like I go and I click it immediately because I want to watch it. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like, is this the one? Is this it? Is this it? Like I want to see what he looks like.
Next episode,
Like
definitely next episode.
no, definitely,
Have you
definitely
been
next episode. Yeah.
watching Hell's Paradise? Of course, right? How you feeling? How you feeling? Because I've been like looking
Yes.
online, and apparently people aren't feeling it that much. I don't
Mm,
know how because Hell's
these
Paradise has
fights.
been the same as it's been from season one.
So one thing I will say is like I understand that this is something that it did cross my mind in this last episode I watched.
Hmm.
So, and it doesn't like deter me from the show because I love Hell's Paradise. Dark Trio, I love it. But I understand that when or not Rimuru, when Benny Maru, right? When he no, that's his name, right? Benny Maru, yeah, the Hollow,
Yeah.
yeah, Benny, because he calls him Benny.
Hmm.
I understand that when he fought Tofa, like his first fight with one of the what are they called again? Senin, something like that. Something like the god, the like the immortal
Words. Yeah. The Immortals.
weirdos.
The
Yeah,
Immortals. Yeah.
yeah, immortals. When he fought Tofa, one of the immortals, it was like a hard fight,
Hmm.
and I get it. And somehow, some way, he was able to like make that dude like he didn't kill him because he was still. Well, he did kill him, didn't he?
No, that's the one where
Did
he
he?
fell off the mountain. He ended up just getting away
Yeah,
from it.
yeah. So like, and I get that now we're jumping motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like we're jumping them now.
Hmm.
But the fights seem a little too easy. It's like they nerfed the immortals, kind of.
I don't think they necessarily
Like,
like. I see where you're coming
like
from, but it's like
you know,
they plan like they all gathered
but
their
their
knowledge and they
but their
actually
plan went out the
planned.
window when they got there.
Well, that was the plan. The plan, I think he literally said it was like, all
Option,
right,
well,
plan B.
option, sure,
They planned to
brother,
fail.
David. Option B was fuck it. That was
Hey,
option
you
B.
got a plan to fail too.
You
But
see Yellowstone where what's his name, the main dude is like, hey Rip, have we figured out how we're going to get all these cattle across without getting stampeded and trampled on? He's like, sir, the best thing we came up with is fuck it, and he's like, all right, fuck it. Like
fuck it.
that was option B. That was option B for them.
But
So
no,
that's
they definitely planned. They
run the
definitely
ones.
gathered their knowledge together and like dude was able to say like what the different attributes of the mortals
Yeah,
was,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
they paired up knowing
The
those attributes so that
yeah.
they can go ahead and do their infiltration to find the pit of the bodies or whatever. So I feel
What was it
like
called again?
while yes it does seem a lot easier, them
Yeah,
having the knowledge that they needed and the trying to use the attribute types to be able to combat each other, I think that's what's giving them the edge. And quite honestly, if you look at all of them, they all don't have an easy edge. I think the only one who's really like putting in crazy work is Benimaru because he's a ninja and he's or a shinobi. He's trained his body to quickly
Tao.
adapt.
That's what it's called.
Oh yeah, the life force energy. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
trained his
Tao.
body
Yeah,
to quickly adapt to any situation, and I would expect so. Like
yeah,
that's his backstory. But when you look at everybody
yeah.
else, is like they just getting lucky with they
I
have
mean,
the attribute advantage, or they're fucking going
I mean,
extreme diff.
Captain Hook is it was low diffing that girl at the end there. Captain Hook, oh boy with the hook
Yeah.
on the hand, he cut his eye out,
Oh
and
yeah.
he was just like,
Because his only problem was he couldn't see the towel. He wasn't able to see it. So
yeah,
he was like
get rid of everything
took this he
and
took
see
his
what's
eye.
left.
I was like,
Yeah,
is he about to okay.
yeah.
I fuck with that. And then he was able to go ham.
He reminds me of Kenpachi Zaraki.
Facts.
He's
Facts.
Kenpachi to a T. He's like she's just like, well, even when you do this, you're not going to kill me. He's like, then I'll just keep cutting you forever. I don't think you understand. I will cut you forever and ever. We will
You
just
will
stay
die.
here till the end of eternity as I cut you. And then our old boy was like, yeah, but you can't really do that though. So I'm gonna step in. And he's just like, get out of my way. He's like,
But no, I fucked with the brothers too. Like when the little brother was walking
yo,
up,
that betrayal, yo, yo, I was like,
he said,
oh
and
shit.
he's like, and because of their brotherly love and how much they know each other, he's like, I knew that you were lying because you unbraided your hair,
Yeah,
and whenever you
unbraided your
unbraid
hair.
your hair, that means you're
We
not
gotta
being
have something
truthful.
like we need something like that. We need something like that.
I'm gonna braid my beard.
Yeah.
If the beard is braided, you know.
Yeah,
I'm
you know
bullshitting.
I'm lying.
But no, he went up there on some real smooth shit. You're like, well, okay, did he really just give up
You're
that
like,
easy?
I
And
was
then
like,
all of
damn,
a
that's about
sudden,
to be 4v2.
duo, that shit was wild.
You know what it reminded me of? I go that way, you go this way. I go that way, you go this way. Yeah, and like Rush Hour,
Yeah, Rush Hour. Yeah, yeah. I was like, Rush
Jackie
Hour,
Chan and
right?
Chris Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like, I go that way, you go this way. I go that way, you go this
But
way.
no words
Just
spoken, no
yeah, right.
words at all. So that means that they've trained so much together. They know each other so much.
Well,
They just know how each other
you know,
moves.
such a crazy story, like such a crazy input that the brother said that we didn't even think about because we thought the younger brother was soft.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "You must not know us. We're the terror twins of Osokai or something like that." And it showed like the evil faces, and then it showed like a quick clip of them as little kids like terrorizing the town. And I was like, "Oh!" So like the little brother, like he been playing soft, but he's not really so like yeah, I know homeboy kind of taught him how to fight a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because he was like not that good with a sword. But like we thought the little brother was just on the coattails of his older brother.
timid and
No,
everything.
they've both been like locked in since day one. It's just the little brother's just always let his older brother take
Yeah,
charge
I
of
don't think
things.
he was
But
ever timid or soft or anything. I think
he was just
he was
playing.
maybe he was like slightly weaker, but that was his big
Yeah,
brother, and he always relied on his big
he
brother.
didn't care.
So for
Yeah,
everyone else, even his big brother, he may be always saw him like, okay, I need to be able to protect my little brother, but nah, son. Like your brother can hold his own as well. As soon as
he
he
said
cut
we're
his
the
hair,
terror.
all that soft shit was out the
He,
window.
this man said, "Oh, they're like two people, but they're like one person. Like I can't even fight this. It's like they were twisting and turning around each other like
Mm-hmm.
ninjas, just like flowing." And I was like,
See,
"Damn!"
we got to
I
get
was
to that
honestly
point
like,
that we just know. We
it was
just know.
just braid up the beard hair. I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, I go that way, you go this way.
Like look like some damn
I go, oh,
Vikings. We're gonna braid the beard.
what do you mean? What is I go that way, you go this way. So, yo, something that also had me on ropes. There was a couple from this week. There was a couple that I was just like, holy shit! Like the ending, the last episode of JJK.
Oh, JJK. What was the last episode?
When Itadori went to go meet old boy
Man,
in the bathtub,
fuck
the
him.
lawyer.
What Jujutsu sorcerer fight ever starts with them open up that domain expansion? Fuck you.
Goku started. I mean, he started off level 1. He
Oh
started off like
no.
he said, I'm not playing
I'm
with you.
not about to play games.
gonna go Super Saiyan God. Before we when Itadori comes up and he's just like, I guess I'm just gonna have to beat you until you join us. And dude said, Yoik Tenkai. I was like,
You could tell dude had to be like
excuse me?
his mid 30s, late 30s because he just like all right
I've
then.
seen
He's
so many memes.
slow walking down the stairs.
I've seen so many videos and edits on Instagram where it has him in the chair, like after old boy gets like life in prison, he's just like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, well, I think one of my favorite ones was like when bro gets a parking ticket and he hires me as his lawyer, but somehow he gets like a life sentence. And it's just like,
Oh no, off the parking ticket. What
It's
did you do?
like the other one was like when you're actually deep diving. One of them was like when you're deep diving in the Bible and you realize how cooked the world is, and it's just like,
Mm-mm.
like you're just like, oh
But
my
am I
damn.
the only one in the
Oh,
world who wants to see how that the initial court thing played out? Because he just started banging on the gavel and then it
they
cut.
said it. They said he apparently in the from what I saw on Reddit in the manga, like everybody died. Everybody in the courtroom died.
He, even the
Like
guy who got
everybody
life.
died. Everybody. That his assistant died. Everybody died.
But did he do it though? I kind of want to know if the guy actually did it. Like they pretty much proved that he didn't. That it was apparently another dude from the compound who left. But
Yo, that reminds me of the other edit I saw. It said when you're home, when the judge says, "All right, you've been found not guilty," and then the person you're representing says, "Thank you, judge. I won't do it again." And he's like,
oh,
"It's just like,
that's
oh
a OJ. I didn't
no."
do it, but if I did do it, yo,
you know, you know what I mean? But I was like, but when he hopped out the tub and he was just like, all right, domain expansion.
mm,
Yuji was like, I was sitting in here watching it, and like, Sarah comes in and like she's like, hey, like you about to come to bed, and I was like, yeah, this is about to be over, and then
mm.
he goes, domain expansion. I was like, excuse me, and
The one
Yuji's
black
like,
dude, like,
the problem is Sukuna don't like being in domain expansions.
I don't know. I hopefully Sukuna don't pop out. I want to see Itadori kind of pop off for a
But
while.
I do. Sukuna don't like being in
He
domains.
really don't.
Like the
Well, he don't
last
like being
domain,
in domains that can possibly harm him. But if he think Itadori can handle it on his own, then maybe we
I
can
don't know
avoid
because
that.
the last domain Itadori was in Mahito's, and because he wasn't in with the crab because
Hmm.
that
But
was just
well, Mahito touches your soul, so he knew that could have
he saw
actually
Sukuna.
harmed him. Yeah.
Yeah, he can see, but any domain can sense Sukuna in it. So
Hmm.
like I'm assuming because he's gonna get in there and Sukuna, we're gonna see Sukuna this next episode. Sukuna's gonna be like this, on his throne, and he's gonna be like, hmm,
I'll let it pass.
hmm,
Go ahead, take care
interesting.
of my light work, Yuji. But
Yuji
no,
just rolled up and he said, let's run the ones. And old boy was like,
yo, I
no,
like that.
domain
Yuji was
expansion.
like, okay, you don't want to help me, then I'm gonna make you help me. Yo,
I'm
I
gonna
was
make
like,
you
okay,
help me.
Yuji, what you doing? Show
Oh
me
boy
what you got.
hopped out of the bathtub with his gavel. He said, you think I'm gonna fight you? Domain expansion.
Yuji finally feels like a main character.
However, his domain, it was a judge's seat. So I think this is probably gonna be a fight because I haven't read the manga.
Hmm.
So for those of you manga readers, like come after me, I don't care. This might be one of those ones where it judges your soul though.
Yeah,
Like you see how heavy it
that's
is.
what I was
And
thinking too.
so one out of two things. One, Sukuna is going to do something because it does judge your soul. Or two, it's going to be a lot of dialogue because Yuji feels so guilty about what happened in Shibuya.
Mm.
And so he's going to judge Yuji poorly, but then he's going to like eventually he's going to get out of it somehow. Because it reminds me of the Supernatural episode where Dean gets brought on the stand by Anubis or like one of the gods from Supernatural, and like Sam has to come and like be his lawyer, and then all Dean's secrets get spilled
Oh
out, and
yeah,
Sam and
yeah, I
Dean
remember that one.
split away. You remember that one?
Mm.
And so I think this is going to be one of those ones where like Yuji is on trial, like he's going to be on trial for the weight of his soul, and then he's going to be losing because of what happened in Shibuya, regardless of if it was him or Sukuna or
Mm.
not, because he feels guilty about it. And then something's going to happen where he steps in, and then he gets
This is one of
free
the
or
very
something.
few times where I actually watched the preview, and it was accident because after he went domain expansion and then they went to credits, I was like, wait. So I went to after the outro to see if maybe it was like some after the credits scene, like a little 30-second, 45-second clip. So I actually ended up watching the preview real quick, and he like made mention of Yuji that he lost the case, and he was like, let me get a retrial. So I think he is going to lose the case, but then
Yeah,
maybe he's going to be a retrial, or maybe he's going to have to fight off whatever the
yeah.
big shadow demon is. So
I think it's a
definitely
judge.
something to look forward to.
I think he called it the judge. If I'm not, maybe I'm misplacing that, but I think he called the big
The
shadow
judge, the
because
jury, and the
because it's a
executioner.
because it's a Shikigami.
Hmm.
So he has like
Oh
what's his
yeah,
name
he did say
has
that as Shikigami.
Yeah, but I think old boy called it the judge. Like that his Shikigami is a judge.
But speaking
So
of, while Yuji definitely deserves his credit from this past few episodes, honestly, taking all those hits from oh boy, Habari or whatever his name was,
yeah.
Megumi definitely deserves his flowers too. Megumi made one comment like when he was being led astray by the girl,
What?
and like
Shut your mouth.
no, that too.
What is
Where
it? Shut your mouth.
he was like, I'm not like Yuji. I have no problem killing y'all. I will kill y'all. I like because Yuji wants to add the rule where they don't have to kill each
Mhm,
other in order to survive.
mhm.
He's like, I'll kill people to get my points. I'm not like Yuji, so you can always get
Yeah.
his hands. He tells the girl multiple times, I will kill you. If you're trying to
Yeah.
trick me, I will kill you. While Ichitori is like, oh, I might like because that was his friend. I might piece him up and then get away. No, Megami will fucking kill you if you fuck with
I
him.
saw one of the clips was like when we saw Megami turn into a Zenin for a little bit, and when he was on the catwalk, and the girl said sorry, and he turns around like Toji, and he's just like,
It was about,
"Shut your mouth."
I would not have, I had
And
been
then
surprised if he turned around and just slapped the shit out of her. Like
and he was just like, "Dog!" Like he brought his dog in immediately. He was
immediately
like,
turned back around.
"Shut your mouth." He said, "Shut your mouth."
Like,
And then
okay.
he like we didn't even see the scrap, but then the old boy was like huffing and puffing. He was like, "You are strong. Just join us." And he's like,
Did they scrap? I thought maybe
"No, I
he
think they
just
did."
got I thought he just got scared because
Oh,
he
he
saw
got scared. Yeah,
how powerful
he
it
got
was.
scared
Because Megan was about to
because he
kill
brought
him.
that dog.
They were all about to
Yeah,
die in that very moment.
he said that reminds me of Gon when he was sitting with the lizard dude at the campfire in Hunter
Mhm.
x Hunter, where he was just like, you're really gonna just like allow me to eat with you and sit with you and like talk to you?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, absolutely. Like, why not?" And he was just like, well, "But what if I'm like like I'm lying to you or I'm trying to set a trap for you?" And he's like, "Oh, if you're lying, then I'm just gonna kill
It
you."
doesn't matter. I'll just kill you.
And then the dude's like, "This kid is a psychopath."
Can you run it by me one more time? I will kill you. You will die.
Yeah,
That'll be it.
Megami, Megami just with the Toji head tilt, like, "Shut your mouth,
I thought he was
dog."
about to slap the shit out of her first. Or if he brought
Just
the dog out, he bit her head off first and then
there's
turned
two
towards him.
things. Yeah, there's two things I wish would have happened. One, I wish he would have back fisted her into the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Two, like I thought when he was bringing the dog out, it was gonna like you said, it was gonna sick her first, and like she was gonna be flying off the rail.
Like a cone. Cone.
Con, wait,
And just bite her head off.
con,
That
just
shit would have been hilarious in the awesome
that would have been
chainsaw reference.
sick. Yeah, con,
But no, JJK is
con.
definitely I mean it's what a season 3. It's living up to the hype. It's constantly hype. You want to find out more. We see what's going on. Not we don't fully understand it, but we're starting to see that hey, Gato has a much bigger plan than we originally thought when it came to the
Yeah,
Culling game.
the
So
nuclear
it's
bombs.
just more.
Yeah,
Are those real? I did like I
yeah.
thought it was like not a figment of
No,
imagination, but like
it was it was foreshadowing
yeah,
the bombs
yes. So not
from what
bombs
I
didn't
took from it.
actually hit. Okay, okay.
From what
So
I took from it, he went to like the United Nations or like the United whoever Japan's like head people are, and he said, "Since I have your attention now, like I'm going to tell you my plan, and you're going to do it or you're going to die."
I
And
was
part of his plan is to drop nukes on the city.
I thought that was the jujutsu leaders or something. It
From
could
what
have
I
definitely
remember,
been
I thought the Jujutsu Council are the ones with the big sheets in front of their face,
true.
kind of like how
Hmm.
Bleach's higher people are. They have like the giant like little terracotta or not terracotta, but you know what I mean, the bamboo sheets with the light or whatever.
Hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that's Jujutsu's like elders or whatever the case. I thought this was like the government,
Oh no,
like
I could definitely see it. The
Japanese
Japanese
government,
government, but
like
even in season 3, there's still mysteries. There's still excitement. There's still something to look forward to.
yeah,
We don't just know the story and we're just going along with it. Like sometimes
yeah,
anime get like that. The second season, the third season is just like, okay, you already know what's going on, so we're kind of like moving through the
yeah,
motions so we can eventually reach that end goal. But we're not gonna reach that end goal.
yeah,
Jujutsu Kaisen don't play that. Shibuya arc was its own thing. The Culling
yeah,
game is its own thing. Yo, I'm ready for more. I'm ready to see how this plays out
absolutely.
because like I read Jujutsu Kaisen. I read all the way up till the beginning of the Color Games. I kind of stopped around that time, but I continued up with the
Mhm.
spoilers. I have no idea what's happening in between here. I know what's going to happen, but right now
Yeah,
I have no idea,
same.
and it's
I
amazing.
have I got a vague idea of like what happens and like what happens to who and fights that happen, but
Mm,
like I don't what's happening between now and then. I got no idea. So
pure excitement.
I'm definitely excited to see this next episode drop. Anyways, I appreciate it, y'all. Thank y'all for sticking around. I know gained some followers. I know we've been gone for a while, but we're back, baby. We're back. We're black. We're in the set. I don't know. Pause. But anyways, we appreciate it. We love you guys. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on our future episodes. We'll see you in the next one. We love you. Peace out.
Peace.